Hey everyone, it's Cray here. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing good. So we're back again. Some more Pokemon. I wasn't sure I was going to stream today, to be totally honest, but I want to get back on this grind and start trying to hatch for Squirtle and get this over with. I just started like competitive breeding for them yesterday, but I taken this hunt very seriously because it's like the last egg hunt I'm gonna be doing, as well as like last wild encounter hunt. Even like I'm not obviously you can't do that with Squirtle, but yeah, the point is this is the last normal hunt I'm doing before I finish the game. Then we've got some fossils to go after this, and then we're finishing up. Hey there, No Life. Welcome to stream. Good to see you. Ciao. Welcome everyone. Good to see you all. Hope you've all been doing good. I won't lie, this was not the plan to start this late today. I have been not having the best control this week. I've had like a little bit of sleeping problems, like getting to bed as early as I wanted. I spent last night really busy. I was sitting here getting all these eggs ready and fixing things up so I wouldn't be holding on to like a billion rookie D eggs, so ended up having quite some time wasted trying to get this all ready. Let's hope it didn't happen to go to waste, though. I'm not sure how long I want to go today, actually. We've already been through a lot of Squirtle, and the Ditto we're using is an JPN Ditto, so I'm wondering if we may even be close to a shiny already. Also, something like kind of occurred to me, nothing like bad, but I was like sitting down and thinking about it. I'm starting to wonder if the Ditto I have that I got from that trade may have been like a gen Ditto or something. I'm not saying the person who gave it to me would have genned it, but it's also it's kind of a perfect Ditto to the extent that it makes me wonder if it's even real. Like it's got 6 IV, it's shiny, and it comes from a different country. Those are all like something anybody would want in a Ditto, and it's starting to make me wonder about that a little bit, but whatever. I don't know what we're gonna do if we get the shiny too early. I'm not planned around it. The only other thing I did last night was I went through and like I started attaching fossils. You can see like Pokemon. Some of these were already attached, but like I was getting this ready for the fossil shiny hunts. Now every Pokemon in the box besides Squirtle Rejects have some fossils on them, so we're pretty much ready for that whenever. Hi there, Trads, I'm not sure Trads why. Either way, sorry if that's not your name, but welcome to stream. I'm not sure if I'm excited or like a little um, weary of like how the next shiny hunt's gonna turn up, because I mean, I've only done like one bit of fossil hunting, and that was in Let's Go, and well, these four, they're obviously not Pokemon you can go through via Masuda method, so this is gonna be painful. I don't know. I'm pretty sure all the other generations of Pokemon have had like breedable fossil Pokemon you could try the Masuda method with. Just not the scenario here. Wasn't in Let's Go either, because they didn't bring breeding back, which is stupid. It made some of the shinies like really awful to attempt, but whatever. I guess that's like the only thing that's this bad in the game, and I think about it, I'm wondering, but like I don't think any other Pokemon in the game is locked at full odds besides the 4 fossils. Pretty sure the 4 of them are only things that you need to hunt at full odds. All the other stuff, like regional variants, I'm pretty sure you can just get from like breeding after you've got the first one. Speaking of which, I've got a lot more shiny hunting I want to do after this gets done, mainly in the post game. It'll be exciting. I think my first really big hunt I want to tackle after I get done beating the game is going to be for Unova and Darmaka. I've been meaning to do it anyway. Also, something kind of occurred to me, like, while I was, like, playing some last night and today, and I was wondering about like decided to go and like check over the competitive rules again since I was curious about something big, no big deal about anything, but I was like looking how they mentioned only Pokemon that are labeled in the Pokédex are apparently capable of going online right now, as well as Pokemon that are from the Galar region. It says. I'm still wondering though if you breed one of the other forms while you're in this game, wouldn't that count for the online, or is it just not registered yet with like Alolan forms and like I don't know what you really call them, just the the original regional variant, not the Galarian variant. So I'm really curious if I can bring those Pokemon online. I want to start trying stuff soon. You know when they swap the seasons and they like allow more Pokemon to get into the competitive, it's going to be really, really interesting. So there'll be a lot more Pokemon that are suddenly accepted online. I was watching a little bit earlier, and I think it's still set to just be like default Pokemon in the Pokédex without any new forms, but I could be wrong. I have so many Pokemon that I haven't yet to check out that I want to like toy around with, though. That's the one upside I didn't feel like I have in this game. I talked about I don't really like the Pokédex cuts, which I don't honestly, but I also feel like I got to see a lot of Pokemon that I wouldn't have seen otherwise because I skipped out on a few generations. I missed out on Gen 6 and 7. I've got quite a few new Pokemon that I'm able to see for the first time. It's kind of cool seeing all this stuff. I don't know. How's everyone been doing anyway? Hopefully good. Just gonna be thinking for just a second or two. I'm not exactly feeling super great. The AC's acting up or something. It's felt like really hot for a little bit and really cold for a little bit now. Now it's fine. I don't know. It's been messing with my head a little bit, making me like feel really sweaty for a little bit earlier. Ooh. Hate that feeling. Let's see. I'm not actually sure what all I want to talk about, but there is one thing I can think of. It's not really a big deal, but yeah, okay. This is just a thing I was meaning to bring up anyway. I've been meaning to get into competitive Pokemon for a while. I've tried to in Gen 4 and couldn't get anywhere with it and gave up after a while because I couldn't understand EV training, but I've been like really meaning to practice and study and like brush up on stuff I can use online and see if I can manage to do things right while I'm playing this gen. Whenever I played Gen 4, things didn't go very well. I only played like a little bit and I didn't really get my teams trained or anything, so it's too confusing for me, but I really wanted to understand this, and I felt like I lost every match I was in. I'm hoping this gen will be different since it's so easy to understand things, and it's so easy to, like, set up your teams. Seems like the barrier to entry for online, for once, is, like, as low as it'll ever be, which is a very, very good thing. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot to like look at here, and I'm pretty sure it was like extremely hard back in the day. Did that even then? Like, I think IV breeding was always something considered difficult. Things getting like a good nature and whatnot, and getting all these things you want. Now they're like really easy. It kind of mattered a lot since everybody was EV training and IV hatching for the most part back in the day. It felt like. Couldn't go on and win any matches unless you did. It really sucked. I wonder when these things were added. I'm guessing like probably more recent iterations. I know that EV training got a little bit of an overhaul like in Gen 6, and I believe that IV hatching was just made easier like a few gens back as well. I probably missed out on when these items were introduced. Let's actually do a little bit of research on this. I'm just curious, like, how long it's been possible to do, like, really easy breeding. Like, what gen made competitive easier? Start the easy one, Destiny not. Oh, apparently it was in Gen 4. I didn't know that. That's interesting. How did I not know about that? Well, whatever, I guess. Crazy. It's been there all that time, and I never found out about it. And I didn't understand how competitive Pokemon worked back then, so it's fine. What about, let's see. How long, I wonder if this is the answer or not. How long, wait, was there, where'd this say, like, oh yeah, how long have you been able to breed for nature with Everstone? Alright, let's see what this says. I'm not seeing a result here. All I see is like mentions of it in Sun and Moon, and obviously in Sword and Shield. Maybe it was like always this way when it was first introduced and it was like this? That's interesting. A lot of quality of life changes that were made to the series, it seems like, and pretty good ones. I don't know when Hyper Training was introduced either. I want to say that was like Gen 6, but I don't know. Well, this was here like beforehand, and I didn't know about it. I feel a little dumb not knowing this, because I probably would have utilized this had I knew what I was doing. Hey, C's, welcome to stream. Good to see you. Going after Squirtle right now, going after like my last really big shiny hunt, and then we're going to be doing like fossils for our closing final hunts of the main game before we get into post game. It's a little exciting, honestly. Nearly done. Hopefully we can get it today even. I don't know how I feel right now. Like, I'm not feeling like perfect. I'm feeling great, but also like I'm talking about feeling in the game right now. But just in general, my luck has been a lot better lately, just by a little bit. But I feel like my shiny luck's evened out a bit now. Maybe I'm just getting better luck. It's not like it's great, but like I think both of my eggs I hatched last time were like 700 for like a shiny a Slowpoke and a shiny Rookie D. Both those were about 700-ish. So it's looking up. Plus I have my my first Darumaka and like 200 eggs, so yeah. Are you doing any non-shiny hunting streams? I mean, there's gonna be streams that don't have any focus on the shiny hunting, but there's not a lot to do in the game, and also, I'm planning to finish the story, because I haven't done that already, but I want my team completely assembled before I actually do that again. Part of the reason I put this on hold, unfortunately, things have not gone great for the shiny hunting situation. I mean, you guys were around to see, or at least a lot of you guys were around to see when I was shiny hunting after Applin. That was slow. It was also kind of miserable and not great. The fact that it took me a month to get an Applin was actually fucking really hurting me on the inside a little bit. To have to go so long without results. I legitimately thought something was wrong with my game for a little bit, because it seemed like there was no way that I could be getting such bad luck that after all these times continually doing this shit that nothing would show up. It just didn't feel like it was something that should be real. It felt like something was wrong. I don't know. I don't think I messed up my steps anywhere. I feel like I should have bred for it, but I mean, sweet Jesus, that could have gone a lot better, I'm not gonna lie. Even though the hunts have gotten better, I will say that I'm still, like, a little bit weary. I mean, it's not hard not to, like, get back to my box for a second. But yeah, you guys know about this already. And yeah, I've had this box of shinies I collected. And these guys, most of these guys, like, down here are from G-Max raids. Obviously not the Rookie D. I got that from an egg, but yeah. And like this guy took like 5 days and 1,300 hatches. This took, like I said, 5,000. That was like a month, and that wasn't too bad. But this thing took me like 2 weeks, so yeah, it's not been kind to me. It's exactly reasonable for me, honestly. I feel like at this point to be kind of afraid of like another really long shiny hunt. I know shiny hunting isn't necessarily meant to be easy, and the results are like kind of mixed, but even still, like, God, the idea of having to go through that kind of torture again doesn't make me happy. So let's pray this one ends fast and that the last 3-ish hunts end up quick. Like, not even counting this one, but like the fossil Pokemon. If I go after Dracovish, then let's pray that goes great like the other two. Who can hopefully do, I don't know. At least by that point, I'll be able to take my mind off of the shiny hunt being the only thing. I'm actually planning to do other streams this week if I get done with this soon. I don't know if that's going to happen, obviously. That's up to the game to like decide with RNG, but my idea of this was to go ahead and get the Squirtle shiny if I could by like pushing all my time into this hunt and then switching to something else after I got done. Basically, just go back to my other games I'm playing. I have enough on my mind that I want to do with my games already and like play. I also have not caught up on like multiplayer stuff in a little while, and I want to jump back into at least Smash Bros. I don't know if do I even have another second game I play multiplayer-wise on stream very often? I don't think so. I need to find something that would work well, something that's fun for everybody, but that's like difficult looking for the right game. I mean, Mario Maker, I guess, later on, but still not the primary focus right now. Let's see. I know about the Animal Crossing Direct earlier. Hey, Brian, welcome to stream. We're just talking about, like, future streams right now, I think. Just talking about, like, what I'm planning to stream later, and hopefully what we can do this week if we get this shiny Squirtle relatively quickly. Okay, let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about Animal Crossing, actually. Then I saw, like, a bit of the new Direct. I haven't watched all of it, though. It released at, like, 8 o'clock in the morning in my time zone. I was not, like, awake enough to care. While we're on this subject, I think I've already brought it up once, but I had to stress this again. It's actually starting to bother me a little bit, but every single morning that I wake up, my cat will, like, notice when I'm up. I don't know how he does it, if he's, like, hearing my breathing or what, but when I wake up, immediately there is a fucking constant stream of meowing right outside my door trying to get my attention, and it's kind of starting to bother me a little bit because I don't get my full 8 hours of sleep usually like I want to. And this cat's, like, continually keeping me awake. Usually I just need to get up and, like, use the bathroom, but I'm gonna have to deal with this cat, like, annoying me while I'm trying to go back to bed. I don't know what to do about it. Like, I don't want him in my room because if I put him in here, not only is he gonna tear shit up, he'll probably start messing with me and won't let me sleep, so I don't really feel like bringing him in the room is the solution. You guys know of any, like, advice I can imply? Probably not, but I mean, or implore, or whatever. I don't know what the word is. But yeah, I need something to fix this problem. I've looked online a little bit, and there's a few ideas out there that are supposed to help with cats. I don't know how good they are. Some people have suggested you could, like, use a vacuum. I don't know if you need to, like, turn it on, but, like, try to make a noise to get the cat away from the door, or maybe get, like, one of those little weird, like, motion sensor things. Basically, apparently you, like, get it and it detects the cat, and then it, like, sprays out a stream of air at it and adjust how hard it hits it with the air so that it'll, like, leave you alone if you need it to, and it won't come in your rooms. I've been thinking about buying one, even though I don't want to, but, like, I'm not going to be able to handle this continually happening. It's getting really annoying, and my cat's been, like, continually taking every opportunity he can to try and break in my room when I open the door, and it's a little bit annoying, actually. Don't get me wrong, I love having a pet, and I especially love my cat, but I want some space every now and then, like, Jesus. I see him every time I go out of the room. It's not like he doesn't get any attention from me. I almost feel a little bad about it. It's not like I wanted, like, the private of attention. I know it's a kitten, so it wants loving, but, like, I put in a lot of time messing with them already, and it's... Ugh. Let's see, what else can we actually talk about? Aside from the cat problems, there haven't really been any other cat-related things that I can think to bring up right now, actually. I guess we could talk about game stuff for a little bit. I already know about, like, what my future games I want to do are, but my schedule is, like, really pretty open at the moment, so I was thinking about, like, taking game requests. I think I've brought that up before, but, like, I know I'm going to be moving in for, like, new stuff in my schedule when I get done. Probably going to try and avoid taking any long new games for actual stuff that I play, though. Oh, yeah, I heard about that when I was looking at the comments. I hadn't finished watching it. I think I got, like, 16 minutes in or something, and I stopped because I was still, like, really tired. The only reason I bothered to watch it is the cat keeping me awake, and I was, like, woke up anyway, so I decided to, like, check out part of the direct, and then I just was like, I can't fucking listen anymore. I'm too tired to pay attention. Apparently, there were people mentioning it in the comments section. I didn't know about the death thing. I think that's a first for the series. I've never heard of that being in the game. It would be interesting to see some new gameplay modes, though, in the game. I mean, not like it'd be anything huge. Animal Crossing is just what it is. It's a life sim type thing, and I mean, I don't expect they're gonna change it a lot. They could probably bring some of the mini games over from, like, that Wii U game, but what I was thinking is maybe introduce a mode where you, like, actually died permanently since they bothered to bring death into the game. If it even counts as a death, that is. Hey there, Anime Traps. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I'm both really excited and really uncertain about how I'd feel about Animal Crossing right now. I didn't watch the whole thing, so I don't know if they talked about, like, their plans entirely, but if there really do end up being, like, microtransactions in the game, I can tell you that I am not going to be interested in buying it, and that if I buy it and they introduce it at a later date or something, I'm going to be refunding the game because I do not want any part of that. I also haven't been, like, entirely certain how much I want to stream it, because I want to stream it, but I mean, only problem with that is Animal Crossing doesn't always leave the most room for, like, what to talk about while you're streaming it. It's very much go do one thing from point A to B and, like, chat with your neighbors while you're, like, making small talk in the game. I mean, sure, you can adventure a little bit, but a lot of other games you can play single player from Nintendo have, like, an actual objective to them, and that's kind of where my biggest beef with Animal Crossing is. Not a real problem, but, like, there's no definitive way to end a stream of Animal Crossing. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to draw the line about where I'm going to stop playing it, because I want to play it, but I mean, there has to be a goal to, like, stop playing, because I know I'm not going to play it for, like, a long time. Maybe we'll do, like, something like Smash, but I don't want to spend an entire month playing Animal Crossing, I'm going to be honest. I don't know, we can think of something when the game comes out. I'm sure the multiplayer will be fun regardless. That new feature they introduced with, like, the island tour sounds kind of cool, though. What's going on? Oh, you're playing Smash. Lags and... Yeah, I've felt that a few times. Smash can get some garbage lag, I'm not gonna lie. the worst thing in the world for me when I'm playing Smash is when I have to deal with somebody who has, like, really bad internet, but on top of that, it's not just bad internet, they have, like, really shitty, like, what's the right word? I guess it's demeanor in general, like, when they're playing, like, there is nothing more infuriating than fighting someone who's got terrible internet, and on top of it, while you're, like, losing to them because you can't concentrate in the connection, like, you're trying to move, but they're so used to the shitty internet that they can, like, maneuver themselves perfectly. Like, there is nothing worse than losing to them and having them fucking sit there and teabag you. It's like, if there wasn't a fucking an internet connection separating me so fucking god, I would fucking basically beat the shit out of you for fucking putting me through this bullshit if I knew you in real life. Like, it's not cool to be fucking teabagging somebody while you're fucking subjecting them to, like, trash to your internet. Like, I don't like teabagging in general, but I'll be honest, it's even worse if it's just compared with fucking McDonald's Wi-Fi, basically. Like, nobody wants to fucking put up with that shit. I honestly think my biggest problem I have with Smash is just that the online has never been stable with it. Like, every fucking iteration of Smash, we've had, like, maybe marginal improvements, but never a good, stable setup for the online, and it bothers me a little bit. Because I like Smash, I really do, and I enjoy playing Ultimate a lot, like, easily my favorite, but God knows part of the reason I don't want to play anymore is because I know that it's very easy to get matched up with somebody who doesn't give a shit about their internet, and then the match is just a fucking shit show, and both people playing are just going to end up miserable in the end. It's kind of a shame how it's turned out like this. I'm certain if somebody dedicated tried, they could probably fix the netcode for the game, but I know Nintendo wouldn't accept any help from modders, so whatever. I remember, like, reading not that long ago about, like, a thing for, I think it was Street Fighter V, but somebody made, like, a custom netcode thing for Street Fighter V, and actually, like, I think they just, like, used it via, like, homebrew to, like, implement it for people to try out, and it fixed all the major problems that the online that Capcom had for the game. And, like, they basically just offered it to them without even, like, asking for payment or anything, just they wanted to see the game's internet get better. Apparently, like, the following week or two later, Capcom put the game in maintenance, and, like, suddenly, after it was over, the netcode was, like, a lot better. I find that kind of hilarious, to be honest. They were just, like, so unsatisfied with the internet, they had to take, like, a fan's fix for the internet to get it acceptable. You know your internet's bad if it reaches that degree. I doubt Nintendo would ever go through that, though. I hope we get better Smash internet, though. I hope they can fix it. I don't expect Nintendo to ever do anything about it. Excuse me, my nose is, like, really bothering me. I'm gonna have to get a pill really quick. I don't know, I was fine earlier. Now my nose is just feeling really upset and nasty. Give me a moment or two. Sorry about that. My allergies are, like, out of control right now. Just give me a second or two before I get the controller back in my hands and we continue. Ugh, I hate allergies so fucking much. I would just be happy if I could go without dealing with fucking breathing problems every day and I could just fucking stream without issue, but whatever. So, I'm not really entirely certain what to talk about, but I got a few things, so here's a topic I don't think I've ever brought up and there's, like, something that I've actually been wanting to bring up anyway, just kind of occurred to me to like mention it now though. So I think most of us know a lot about Nintendo's online, especially with the Switch online, but like I'm curious, what's everyone's like first console from Nintendo that had online they played with? Like, assuming you played like every Nintendo console, then you probably started with like the Wii or DS or something. But like I remember playing a lot on those systems and having like pretty good memories of like playing them too. There were a lot of good times. I think the first online console they had was like the Nintendo DS, wasn't it? Like I think there was something about a GameCube thing you could hook up, but it was like limited in its compatibility and it had like one or two games you used it with. It's not really something I would count knowing that. There was a lot back in the day for like DS though that I remember that had like online support. I'm pretty sure Animal Crossing Wild World had it. There was Mario Kart DS, which was probably like the go-to game for online back in the day. Although I won't lie, the snaking kind of sucked the fun out of it a little bit, because if you didn't know how to snake in the game, then you were at a disadvantage, and it shouldn't feel great playing it. It felt like there was a huge skill gap in that game that's not present in most of the other Mario Karts. Let's see, how many can I remember? Another big one is Metroid Prime Hunters. I remember that being a ton of fun. I didn't really have easy access to internet as a kid, so I remember back when I had that game on my DS, I actually would like go down to McDonald's and sit down and like actually just get on the Wi-Fi to play it and like try beating other people when I was playing and just like trying to figure out a hunter and select. Ended up with like the Rocky one with like the weird spires on his back. I don't remember what his name is, but like that was one of the most interesting games Nintendo's done online. I think that's the only shooter they had done that's online for a while, and then when they did it, it was also like class-based, which was probably a first for Nintendo. Maybe one of the bigger class-based games out there, because I know they weren't like tiny necessarily, but I don't think class-based shooting games were really too popular for a long time. I think TF2 and more, to an even higher extent, like Overwatch, kind of like made these class-based shooters like a lot more popular. There were a lot of good memories, and a lot of them weren't so good, like getting like tons of kills, but also there were memories of people playing Samus and spamming fucking bombs everywhere so you could like barely walk, or then you had the obvious guys who would fucking cheat and fucking hide in the wall because of how buggy the game was using the sniper character. Overall, though, I feel like I enjoyed the time I played with it a lot. It's weird because I've like read up on like some opinions on the game after like all these years, and it seems to be a really mixed bags in terms of opinions. There's a lot of people like expressing how much they loved it, and then there's a lot of people who are shitting on it, going, "Oh no, Metroid Prime Hunters was a bad game, and Federation Force is better." That's like, I've played enough of both of those to say that that's not true. Like, Federation Force is easily a lot less fun to play, and the multiplayer and Hunters was like the big draw. If you haven't had a chance to play it while it was online, then you really shouldn't shit talk the game, because the online was the lifeblood. I think everybody who plays Hunters knew that single player was lackluster. And hell, I'm not gonna lie, even though it wasn't like the best, I still enjoyed the campaign for what it was. It was better than playing through Metroid Prime 2's campaign, at least that much. I'd rather be playing that than that fucking snooze fest of a Metroid Prime title. How many other... I want to remember, I think there were quite a few third-party ones, but I'm drawing blanks on like the other online games. I know there were a ton of them though. That was like a big thing that, I don't know, like I feel like it's almost a seal of quality, like how the old Nintendo seal of quality was when a game had like the Nintendo Online thing on it back in the day with like the Wi-Fi symbol on it. It actually felt like you had like a fair chance of getting a game that was pretty high quality to have like online support back then. Those are the only ones I can remember. Let's do something really quick. Let's look up a list and see exactly what all was like Wi-Fi compatible back in the day. I'm curious. See exactly what all I missed and see if I remember like any of these from like a search. Okay, Nintendo Wi-Fi DS games. Wow, there's a lot looking. Oh, there's some more. I remember only one like right away, but there was Diddy Kong Racing DS. Oh, that was a good one. I remember that. I played that remake so much. It wasn't even the best remake, but it was just a good time. And I remember enjoying it on the N64. I was like super stoked when I heard that Nintendo had like Rare actually come back and for like helping out with the remake, and I was excited to play it. It was a good time, even though nowadays if I wanted to play it again, I'd hope they do like a proper HD remake. But Diddy Kong Racing was a ton of fun. I enjoyed that so much. It was a really great game. The gameplay was just really, really good and really, really fun. And like they even introduced like a new feature in like making your own courses. Like it felt like they did like a good number of quality of life changes from the N64 version. I don't recall playing it online too much, but I do remember loving what I did play. The only other one that comes to mind that I didn't find on the list right now was Tetris DS, though. I haven't played that any, but I played like the demo trying to get used to it, and I couldn't really get into it because I was still bad at Tetris back then. I would like to try again with it, though. It was a fun time. I enjoyed it. Only other thing I'm seeing here is Pokemon and like some other some spin-off stuff, but yeah, okay. Looks like I covered most of the big ones in terms of online support. Ugh. I wonder if there's like any really obscure ones that nobody brings up very much. There were some good times on the Wii Online, though. I remember playing through Mario Kart Wii like fairly commonly, and I enjoyed that a lot. Like the online that game wasn't the best, I won't lie, and it felt infuriating like finishing and then coming in like second or third place when you're actually in first according to the game, and like the ratings update when you cross the line and for some reason you're not winning the race. Also just how fucking chaotic it was and how easily somebody could overtake you, and in one wrong move you'd find yourself in 12th. I both loved and hated that game. It was like a good amount of fun online. I think a lot of people remember Brawls Online, and for good reason. That may legitimately be the worst online game Nintendo has ever released. Don't get me wrong, I like Brawl. It's my favorite Smash Bros. Title. I found it to be really fun. I found it great, but I did not like the online and Brawl a lot, and I think most people would be hard-pressed to agree with me there instead of, like, disagreeing. Hi there, A-Star Pokemon. Welcome to stream. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We're just doing some Squirtle shiny hunting and, like, hatching for competitive Squirtle right now. After we get done with these eggs, we're gonna, like, judge these guys for 6 IV and go non-stop on trying to get a perfect Squirtle. So you came at a good time. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, if you haven't played it, I would recommend you look up a video, but I can describe the online to you well enough. Like, Brawl's internet is fucking, like, no joke, a complete fucking shit show in terms of the quality. I'm wondering if anybody's actually managed to replicate it, but it was so laggy. Like, you would, half the time when you're playing against other people, unless your connection was, like, perfect, it would be excruciating, and like you could barely move any, and the connection was a fucking joke, and you could barely like plan out your moves ahead of you. It was just not. It was like you were playing on a slideshow every match. And I think nobody actually played on the main online because of how laggy it was. So basically, it was just like people adding each other via like friend codes and playing online with like better connections. And also, if you lived in another country, somebody else you were playing against, then you could immediately like rule out playing Wi-Fi with them in the future because the internet was like almost guaranteed to not fucking hold. I don't know how it was so bad. It's almost like the fucking internet was like so shitty that it was held together by fucking cardboard and tape or some shit, because it felt like it was fucking legitimately capable of falling apart at any given moment. As much as I love Brawl, I'll admit I do not miss the online super badly. I miss the gameplay. I feel like future Smash games kind of deviated from like main Smash gameplay quite a bit, like with the way the recovery works, and like I feel like kills happen a lot earlier in the first 3 games. But it's not to say the Ultimate's bad, and I feel like Smash 4 isn't very good, but like the system feels incredibly different. It's still fun though. They managed to refine it to work. I don't know. Playing older Smash felt like something that's hard to describe. If you got into Smash Bros. Late, you wouldn't really understand what people are talking about when they say that Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate don't feel the same as the previous Smash games. Like, I feel like recovery in Smash was kind of meant to be shitty, considering how both the original Melee and Brawl all had this as like a thing in them. Once you went off the stage in those games, you would be hard pressed to get back on the stage. It wasn't easy to like recover from falling to your doom. Basically, just like all the hits hit really hard, and once you got somebody past 100%, they were hard pressed to get back alive. It's not quite the same anymore. Like, it feels like it's a little too easy to get back on the stage nowadays, but that's not really a big deal. I feel like Ultimate's got its own areas where it's fun, which makes that not even a problem. I've said this time and time again, Smash 4 feels kind of unfinished. Like, it doesn't feel like it's completed. Like, it feels like the system they used for the kills doesn't really work. It's too difficult and frustrating to kill people, and relying on, like, meteor smashes was not a good choice. Let's see, do you have any bests here? Gotta find 6 IV Squirtle. Bred 60 of them. Surely one of these is gonna have, like, 6 IV, right? That's weird. I'm only passing 4 IV on some of them. That's close. Nothing yet. A little lame. What are the odds of, like, breeding a whole batch via Destiny Knot and, like, nothing at all popping up with 6 best IVs? I'm guessing it's pretty low, but so far nothing is fitting the right criteria. Good thing I have a lot of these guys. Alright, I'm just gonna shut up right now instead of talking any and keep looking, and I'll get back to my topics after a little bit. You can tell whether or not it's perfect by the hexagon being full. Are we really gonna go through this with none of these being perfect, Squirtle? We didn't already get to the end of it? Hold on a second. Oh, I see what happened. We went to the other box on the side. Damn, none of those had any perfect IVs. Good thing I didn't stop at 30. Something tells me this isn't going to be a very fun or easy process to pull off. Hey, Wayne. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Also, hey there, Patrick Star. Welcome to stream. God, I haven't watched SpongeBob in a while. I haven't watched a lot of shows in a while. It's natural. I don't have TV. I need to, like, catch up on some shows I like. I wouldn't mind, like, just looking through some more recent cartoons. I haven't watched enough in a while. we talk about them every now and then, but I don't talk about them enough anyway, so now's a good time to just talk about it a little bit, I guess. But, like, does anybody, like, watch anything recent? Oops, I don't want to do that yet. My bad. I was, like, not even thinking there. I need to, like, check these guys before I release any of them. No, I have TV, but I mean, I don't have, like, a TV as in cable. That's what I'm talking about, is I don't have the ability to watch TV shows, because I don't really tend to buy anything for that either. I don't really feel like I need it either. I already have, like, a pretty decent living arrangement, and I use my online for most of my entertainment, so, I mean, I'm sticking to the internet. I need to, like, sit down and watch shows I've missed, though. There's, like, a good chunk of apparently pretty good TV shows, including, like, newer ones. I mind watching old shows, too, but also, I just want to see what I've been missing out on. I've heard about, like, what's it called, The Loud House? That show, I've watched that some. It's pretty good. I like that. I don't really know about a lot of new TV shows, though. Remember there was a show that was, like, I don't remember how long, I guess a few years back, like, something was called Young Justice that was pretty good. I watched a little bit of. Oh, we got our perfect Squirtle, finally. Took long enough to get him. Okay, right. There's our new breeding partner here. There we go. Okay. Need to check for extras. I think that's the only one. Wow. I guess it gets harder and harder. Oh, what's going on? Oh, you're talking about Black Friday stuff for a second. You went shopping? Cool. What did you go shopping for? I haven't gone out shopping for a while because I'm going to need anything. Well, I want to get more games, but that's beside the point. I haven't really had the money for that. Oh, actually, shit. You know, I was supposed to move the Squirtle. Which one was it? This one or that one? Like, really close. I need to get it in a safe spot where it won't get wiped with the rest of the Squirtle. I wish the markings would show, like, outside of, like, you looking at it, because that way you could actually know which one you want without having to worry about screwing up. It's only marked when you look in the summary, though, I think. Yeah, this guy is our perfect Squirtle. Okay, there we go. As good as this is, it's still not perfect. It's a pretty good system, though. That said, I fucking hate this program, like, by just the fucking virtue of what this is. I detest the idea of fucking taking all the Pokemon that I work to collect and then locking them up in a box and never letting them see the light of day again, because God knows some of the Pokemon that are getting put in Pokemon Home are never going to be able to be put in other Pokemon games, because Game Freak has BS. I think at this point we can practically count on, and like, excuse me, I was gonna say, like, yeah, we can practically count on, like, Charizard, Mewtwo, and whatever to, like, be, like, staples of Pokemon and always make it through to, like, any type of thing here and make it to the next Pokemon generation. They're not ever going to get cut, more than likely. Same reason Magikarp probably won't, but Magikarp's more of a meme value. Wait, what are you talking about? Omar? Are you talking about Olimar or something? I'm confused what you're referring to. Did I leave the Squirtle in the bank box? God damn it, I really need to remember to take it back out. Okay, let me have just a second or two. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about by Omar. Unless you mean Olimar. I'm pretty sure you played Pikmin, so you should know where he's from already. God, I really want to play Pikmin again now, actually. It's been a while. Maybe I'll consider a stream of it in the near future. I don't know, I have to think about it a little bit. Okay, there we go. Fixed up. No direct. Oh, are you talking about like the? Oh, you're probably talking about all. She's an Omar from like Animal Crossing or something. I didn't check the whole direct. I need to like skim it. I'm pretty sure there's like new villagers, but I haven't really checked out the whole thing. I'm sure somebody who's a major Animal Crossing fan has already like put up like a list of every villager that's returning to the game. It'll be fun playing through it and seeing exactly what all can be accomplished and seeing all the fun characters that made it through. I think everybody who plays Animal Crossing has like a favorite villager they've met over time. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, that's right, I took them out. Give me a second, then I had to get my Everstone here. Okay. I wish I would have found out about this earlier. This item view thing is too useful. I wasted so much time while I was like prepping for another stream for the fossil stuff. Nearly ready to start on that, but I mean, still so much quicker to just flip the switch for items and do this. A nice little change. Okay, what pocket is it in? I thought it was under here. Oh, wait, it's under the candies, I think. Let me see. I feel like even though they added a lot of pockets, it probably wouldn't have hurt to have like another extra one or two. Like, would have made more sense to have your stones in a stone pocket or something. Time to go eat. That's fine. I mean, I don't mind. I just enjoy chatting with you guys. Kind of nice having the interactions. Kind of boring not being able to do a lot else I don't really do. Anything interesting while I'm off stream usually, because I'm usually just feeling like kind of tired and don't always get around to being like very busy, so God knows this is good for me. Okay, this is our Ditto, just making sure. Oh boy, here we go, the real grind is about to start here. Before there was a lot, but I mean, we didn't actually happen to be set up and ready for our attempts at a shiny until now. Now all of the Pokemon that come out should be either perfect or near perfect, as well as the chance at a shiny. Oh yeah, I need to get a party full of like other Pokemon until I get like a box full. Give me a second or two. I think my problem I have with my first shiny hunt was that I didn't happen to like know what I was doing to be completely prepared with my eggs. Not really like it's too much, but like I think part of the problem I've had like with previous hunts is I don't always get the egg prep as well as I want to. I've noticed like if you don't have like I was saying, well, you don't happen to like focus primarily on like one thing or another when shiny hunting, it can be a lot harder. It's not a bad thing, but all of my hunts for the most part have been like me doing both encounters and eggs. Feels like it goes by a lot quicker when you actually have just like one or the other as your method. Still don't think the encounters are working correctly, but I mean, that's whatever. It's not a big deal. I don't think I want to do any more encounter hunts for some time. They've all gone really bad. Both Applin and fucking Yamask. Those were miserable. Anybody else doing any, like, shiny hunting? Just curious, since you guys... I don't know, you guys play Pokemon as well, just figured I'd ask. Been going after quite a lot recently, I guess. Honestly, even though I like this game, I'm also looking forward to getting done so I can put it down for some time. I'm just, like, getting a little burnt out on doing this, but I'm trying to finish a team and get to the end game, and I want to have it done. I don't want to cower and, like, actually stop early, waiting for a box to arrive. 8:30. Yeah, I know how that feels. I'd wait on something even like Amazon Prime and then wait the whole day and fucking package doesn't come until the last second in the day. That's really annoying. It's not like they're breaking their promise, but it's like you guys really have to take until the absolutely last second to deliver what you're delivering. Okay, I mean, I don't know what that is. I just read it because I thought you were just talking about a delivery from UPS or something. Never heard of a boxy box before. Ugh. You guys ever, like, spend any time, like, just, like, searching stuff up on, like, Amazon out of, like, just, like, curiosity? Like, you can find the weirdest fucking listings on there. There are, like, some really bizarre products that fucking go up on Amazon. Or just, like, things that you look at and, like, whenever you see it, like, the most immediate thought that comes to your mind is, like, why is this being made? Who even asked for this? Why are you trying to market this product to people? Like, probably nobody's going to be interested in it. I can't think of any to, like, immediately name because most of them are, like, incredibly stupid and easy to forget about. Most of them are, like, literally just one dumb product you'll hear about once and it never occurs in your mind what it is ever again. Only one I can remember immediately, and this wasn't even an Amazon thing, was something from a donkey video I've seen, like a really stupid product. It was a toothbrush made by some company trying to, like, it's for something that, like, message is like something about gaming and brushing your teeth can be fun or some weird thing. Is like, what? And it was called Grush. It looked really fucking stupid. Like, I don't know. I was like watching it. I was like showing kids using this thing. Is like, are you really serious about this? Like, maybe I'm wrong, but this all seems like incredibly acted. What kid's going to get excited over fucking brushing their teeth? Probably just if they were or bribed for a commercial and then told that if they did, they'd get ice cream or something. I doubt kids would be super eager about that, though. Yeah, I'm sure if I looked, I could find a lot of really dumb infomercials out there. Thinking if I can remember anything else. I don't remember any more of the products, unfortunately, like right away, but I can say I remember a YouTube channel that covered this exact thing, at least it used to. I don't know if it does now, but I'm sure most of you have already heard of iDubbbz before. It's kind of lost some popularity since he stopped making as many videos and ended up being more inactive, and I honestly hate to say it, but I feel like his content got a little less interesting too. Like, part of his, like, thing he was doing was, like, reviewing, like, really stupid and Kickstarter projects people made for, like, really dumb devices that nobody would want to buy. And that was, like, really, really entertaining to watch. Like, watching him, like, not only rag on these products, but, like, a few of them actually back them and get the product and actually show just how shitty it works. If you haven't seen, like, iDubbbz's content, I can definitely say, like, go through and, like, check out some of his really old videos. They're really funny. Unfortunately, I don't feel like I have that same connection with most of his newer stuff anymore. I wonder if he still does any of those content cop videos. I'm gonna, like, really quickly just take a look and see what's on the channel, because I haven't looked at it in a long time. There's a lot of YouTube channels that I kind of miss watching, but there's also a lot that I don't regret stopping. Just not really having any interest in seeing. I used to really like watching Markiplier stuff, but I don't really have interest in it anymore. Let's see. So what is he doing nowadays?
Big thanks to Raycon for sponsoring.
Immediately played. That's this thing. I didn't have the tab open to mute my Chrome. I wish I could, but whatever. Just don't want to risk my video getting struck by some copyright claim or some shit for like having 2 seconds of somebody else's video in it, because God knows YouTube's system is not the best, honestly. Okay, I'm just looking at this, and this is even different from I remember it now, like... What the fuck am I looking at? These... Oh... Yeah, this channel definitely fell in terms of how good it was. I'm not even surprised. I guess that's a lot of things, like, YouTubers, like, take their channel in a different direction. You see, fall from grace and being less popular, but, like... It looks like a lot of the videos are more clickbaity now, and there's, like, a lot of tier list shit, which... I'm not gonna say it's bad, but I feel like when you start making your primary content as tier lists, you fucking basically came out and publicly said that I've ran out of shit to talk about, so here's tier lists, because this is all I can fucking think of to do a video about. Like, is that really, like, the best thing you can come up with as a tier list? I don't know, I might be being a little harsh on it, but I don't have any interest in a channel that thrives off of doing fucking tier lists. When did this even become like a big thing on YouTube of people like making these tier lists? Like, it feels like it was like sometime last year it got really popular. It's like a trend to like create tier lists of different things. Mostly being restaurants. I've never had the urge to ever make one though. I don't know. Might be just a little cynical. Okay, I guess I'm gonna get some music on, actually. Ugh, I'm feeling a little bit less than great at the moment. I said earlier my AC in my apartment wasn't actually feeling the best, so I might actually have to get up and go change that. I'm having like a little bit of trouble like cleaning out everything as well as I want to because of how hot my room feels at the moment. I'm probably gonna get up and change that in a second so I can have an easier time with the air. Oh, excuse me, my throat's feeling a little funny. But yeah, actually, I'm not sure if I'm going to do as much as I planned to or not. This is the first time in a while where I've actually just started with like a tiny amount and not been prepared ahead of time. We're not getting all these egg hatches over and over again. So, be a little less to talk about them, or at least a little less to see. I mean, I still have stuff I want to talk about, but right now, not prepared. Let's see, I'll open up Mario Galaxy's OST. I think for right now, I'm gonna take like 5 minutes to myself and just like not really talk a whole lot, just to like try and sit down and think and give my brain a little bit of a refresher to like try and come up with new topics. I hope that's alright. I don't like doing that, but I mean, this is one of those moments where it might actually help to give me a little bit of time to just think about what I want to talk about. If you guys are cool with Mario Galaxy, because I'm going to leave like a playlist for the soundtrack is like the main thing we're listening to right now. 1 second. I'd probably tweak my audio though, it's a little bit loud. I was actually messing around with my settings for like another stream, like emulating some stuff, and I had to like really fuck with it earlier. Okay, there we go. We're all good now. Oh, good memories, good memories. Ugh. I almost wish I could go back and, like, forget all my memories of playing some of these great games so that I could play them again, although it makes me wonder if it'd be worth it. If I have the same connection with them. I really loved Galaxy, and then, even though it wasn't an immediate click, I definitely found myself liking Galaxy 2 over time, too, so... Stuff like that brings back good memories. I'm railed on the Wii pretty hard, but honestly, there were quite a few decent games on the Wii, even though the system didn't have a lot on it. Like, some pretty good stuff. It had the best WarioWare, in my opinion. It had both Galaxies and Donkey Kong Country Returns. Like, there were at least a good amount of, like, really fun games on Wii that were probably experiences I don't think I ever want to forget about because they were so fun to play through. Welcome back, Wayne. You haven't missed out on anything much. Seems like the chat's been a little quiet. Nobody's like been really talkative today, unfortunately. It's not really a big deal. I'm not sure if I've asked this already, and if I have, my bad, but curious, what's everyone's favorite in terms of like 3D Mario games? You can even list 2D Mario if you want. I think Galaxy is my favorite in terms of 3D. Same with Galaxy 2, since they're basically the same. How's the game? Are you talking about Pokemon? I'm not really sure what you're referring to with that, unless, I don't know, maybe you're my Animal Crossing. I'm not sure what you're saying. I don't know. Mario games can be hard to talk about just because it's like hard to pick a favorite. There's a lot of good ones. Yeah, Galaxy is fucking great. I'm gonna say it's definitely the most unique, but it's definitely up there if it isn't. Like, it's probably my favorite in terms of 3D Mario. It is so good. I don't care that it's linear. The open world structure wasn't really bad. It wasn't necessary, though. There were definitely plenty of times where it was just fine, though. Galaxy is easily a masterpiece. Yeah, Galaxy is fantastic as a 3D Mario game. It's really, really good. It feels like it laid the groundwork for Odyssey as well. Yeah, 3D Land and 3D World I'm not really big on, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the level design in those games is alright, but nothing great. And I feel like going from like the cool stuff we had from the first three and the Odyssey, like, that was just like, you just regressed 3D Mario is all you did. Why did you turn it into a, like, linear platformer instead of, like, leaving it open like it was before? I don't know, the whole star collecting nature in the other games felt a lot more fun than what we had in 3D World, or 3D Land for that matter. I can't even, like, bring myself to boot up 3D Land anymore. I don't enjoy it enough. I found myself just feeling like it's kind of like a soulless ripoff of Mario 3D. Not Mario 3D, but excuse me, it's soulless ripoff of Mario 3, honestly. It's not really that great to play. I don't know. I don't have anything against them. They're not terrible games, but I'd prefer Mario strays away from those types of 3D games in the future. I think we're likely to get a Mario get a Mario Odyssey 2 as our next 3D game, so it's probably going to be good seeing whatever comes next for 3D Mario. I'm pretty sure there was like a report from Nintendo that Odyssey was like the best-selling 3D game. I was talking about how I found both 3D Land and 3D World to be not as good and how they feel kind of uninspired compared to the other titles. I don't really care for those games too much. I just didn't really think they were that great. Hopefully we'll get an update on Mario stuff this year, either 3D or 2D Mario. God, I'm kind of disappointed that we haven't got like an actual new direct for like this year yet. Like, all we've had are these game-specific directs and no actual like general Nintendo directs, which is disappointing. I love seeing what all's coming for the year and like what crazy good stuff they can come up with. It's not to say they couldn't make one that had to be disappointing, but having a new Nintendo Direct right now would be really nice. Something tells me we're not going to get a general one until next month, though. There's like a little over a week left in the month, so unless there's going to be one really soon, I can't see a February Direct being a thing. Does Nintendo ever do directs on the weekends? I don't think they do, but I was like trying to think about that and trying to consider if they had. So as far as I can remember, since we've always had like our first direct is like a direct in January or February. I don't know if we've ever had a direct that's happened on a leap year before, like, namely on like February 29th specifically. Checking the calendar, it seems like the 29th is on Saturday. Let me see. Saw a picture or Fire Emblem game. You were $275. That's a lot. Jesus, that's like way too much money. Excuse me for a second. Never mind, I couldn't even mute in time. Oh, I'm sorry, my allergies are like really getting me right now. I had to mute like really quickly. Let me replay this music from the beginning. Ugh. I don't know if I'm gonna do 4 hours today. Like I want to, but like right now my allergies are fucking really getting me hard. I feel like I'm being fucking attacked by my allergies. I'm not feeling terrible. I can still keep going for quite some time, but today's been particularly noticeable how hard it is for me to breathe. Ugh. I don't know what's wrong with me. Honestly, I have never played the games from the GameCube or like the Wii, like the Fire Emblem titles, so I don't know how good those are. It's really just up to you whether or not you want to get it, but I don't think it's going to be worth $275. That sounds like way too much. I'll be honest, I can tell you right now the scalping market already knows that they're charging way too much money for those games and doing it just because there's not enough stock to actually stop them. And it's not like Nintendo's going to be producing like copies of the Ike games anytime soon, so it's just going to keep inflating in price until they either do a remake or like a port or something. I kind of hope they do like GameCube games on the Switch eventually. That way they can release it alongside other stuff, because that way people can get their hands on it, and that would also drop some of the fucking ridiculously overinflated price down. Obviously not going to be enough, but I mean, it would help. Wouldn't really solve the issue with the Wii game, but I mean, I feel like they could probably remake some Wii stuff by this point, because I think in China for a while before they got their, like, they got the Switch officially, like, people were basically playing games on, like, modded NVIDIA shields from Nintendo for, like, their supply of Nintendo games. Like, it was old Wii games were getting remade, like Mario Kart Wii, and also Donkey Kong Country Returns, stuff like that was getting put on and these NVIDIA shields, and I feel like they could probably get the rights from the people who are remaking them, since they lent the rights out to them for like the remakes. They could probably actually release these games on their own on like Switch as Wii games too, so maybe we could get a remake of the Wii Fire Emblem game like that. Be nice. Apparently there was like a rumor of like there being like more remakes for the 3DS being in production, like a new Fire Emblem game being supposedly made before they stopped making games on 3DS and it may have got moved over to Switch. If that's the case, then it's entirely possible that they may have like actually been working on like a remake of one of the GameCube or Wii titles and decided to push it up to Switch. I think that's likely impossible just because they know there's demand for those games, and on top of that, like, it doesn't really make sense to tackle an FE4 remake when they were still probably fairly uncertain about the sales figures for Echoes. You guys want me to switch soundtracks after this, or what? I'm not against playing this still, but didn't intend to play nothing but Mario Galaxy music. I'm fine with whatever. I might keep it going like this for a while. You guys are welcome to, like, actually recommend something if you want to. It's good music, though. It's nice to hear it again. I actually forgot what a lot of these sound like after not hearing them in so long. Okay, what's going on? Oh, yeah, 5 minutes. Your box stuck in the UPS store. 30 minutes to make it? Oh, that sucks. You have to go to town just to get your thing to pick up. That's really unfortunate. That's okay, though. Appreciate you stopping by to hang out anyway. I'll probably still be going when you get back here. I don't think I'm going to go as long as I originally thought I would today for stream. I want to continue and keep playing, but I think right now I'm going to, like, go until, like, 3 hours, because I need to, like, actually make sure next time I'm playing I have, like, a ton of eggs ready, just in case if I don't get the shiny right now. And like I said, I only, like, prepared so many because my priority was to, like, hatch a few to get a perfect 6 IV Squirtle first, and then focus on the shiny afterwards, so I was less than ready to start going into hatching, starting the stream. Tomorrow we'll be more prepared, and we'll have, like, a good 200, 300 eggs or something, like, all ready for hatching. That way we won't have to, like, sit here and wait as long. So today will just be me just, like, prepping, I guess. Hope things are at least fun enough for you guys. I'm sorry if it's not super entertaining. I'm just not, like, well prepared, I guess. I didn't think it would turn into this today, to be honest. I thought I'd be more ready. Even if I'm not doing much, though, it's still nice to have these chats, and it's cool to just sit here and, like, listen, and we can, like, hear whatever good music you guys want to recommend and just, like, hang out. I enjoy that a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna switch my soundtrack over to a different one in a minute. If it's okay with you guys. I don't know what to play, but we'll figure something out. Maybe we'll do Pikmin music for this next song, not this one, but the one after. How do we have, like, two more eggs, and the box is full. The only part of this that I don't really like is, this is the thing I've had in general that I don't like, and that's that shiny hunting always takes up a fucking ton of time. It's annoying going through it. It's a little less overbearing, it feels like, when I'm not streaming it, but still, just the fact that I have to, like, sit here and, like, continually dedicate so much time to it, and I don't really get to free myself from it until I'm really done and ready. Plus, it feels like it can take up time I want to use for other games. I'm not going to blame any of the recent shiny hunts that I've done for, like, being a major problem in that area. The only one that was, like, that bad was Yamask, and that Applin hunt was awful too, but that's long enough ago now that I can forget about it. I don't know why, but, like, certain game just popped into my mind, something I wanted to listen to from here, and I might actually bring up the soundtrack from that next. I haven't listened to Super Mario music in a long time, and I loved that game a lot, and for whatever reason, this music triggered memories of that game. Really good game, too. I really enjoyed it. I guess the sound of this is kind of similar to the way that soundtrack was composed. God, I love Paper Mario. I love RPG games in general. Like, all the Mario RPGs are fun. I might have to do a Paper Mario game after we get some free time, actually. I don't know how long it'll take. I wonder which one's the shortest one. I would assume the original. I haven't really checked the length, though. It'd be fun to play for a little while. God, it's crazy to think out of all these years listening to this that Koji Kondo has never lost his edge when it comes to, like, producing Mario music. The guy is really good at the job he does. I think he's been on most of the Mario games since the NES days, and his music is still out of the park. He does a great job composing soundtracks. Okay, let's get some more music. Give me a second. I need to, like, figure out what I want to listen to. Probably Pikmin, like I said, though. Put these guys back before we do anything more, though. Alright, here we go. Now things can really start now that we've got a full box full. Right, give me one moment. I'm just, like, deciding which song I want. I think we'll do Pikmin 1 music first. If you guys are still listening, since there are many messages in the while, what's everyone's favorite, like, soundtracks, out of curiosity? I don't think I've ever really asked that. Maybe I haven't, I just forgot. Actually, found one. Here we go, this'll work. Oops. Well, whatever. Got it. Turn this up some. Oh, I need to turn that down actually just a tiny bit because I had it a little louder than I wanted it. Whew. You know, it's weird to say, and it's not even like a big deal, but like, I feel like even if you haven't played a game, you can like sit down and listen to the soundtrack and get like a good idea of what the game is like. Unless it's a game where the developer is intentionally making misleading music, but like, the vibes from the music can tell you a lot about what the game is like. Which is weird, considering Pikmin is a really good game, and I like this music, but like, you don't really feel like you're playing a happy game when you see all your Pikmin dying. That's always like the most depressing part of it. Is chat working? I just gotta ask. There's been like, like messages from one person and like many other messages. Seems like there's other people here. Just wanted to check. It's not any pressure, just like confused about the situation. I've had a lot of times where my chat broke. I'm naturally a little more weary from like problems arising. I don't know how well it would go over, but I have an idea for a stream I might want to try relatively soon. Maybe not this week, maybe next week or something, but like, it just occurred to me. Do a stream of like a bunch of games, do like GameCube games and also N64 games. I could do like a bunch of lesser known games and check out some of those. Maybe do some stuff that's not first party and lesser known as well. I was gonna do like mostly first party, but there's like quite a bit that isn't too. I've already got plenty of stuff I can think of that would be pretty good. It's a good excuse to play F-Zero GX, for instance. Also, a little bit of Chibi Robo. I'm not gonna do that as my playthrough. I wanted to do a full playthrough. Doshin the Giant's up there for like lesser known. Same with. Let's see, what was it? I was thinking there was another big one if I can remember. I did Cubivore. I have that game somewhere. I'd be emulating it though because it'd be a problem to set it up on actual hardware. What was the other one I was trying to remember? I feel like GameCube had like a ton of strange stuff. Oh, it wasn't a GameCube game. That's right. It was N64. It was that original Animal Crossing game, the Animal Forest game, aka the start of Animal Crossing. Apparently, it never made it outside of Japan. We could try that on stream. See how that goes. In fact, I feel like that might be a good way to build up a little bit of hype for New Horizons. Give me 1 second. There we go, that's perfect. Really, I feel like it'll be a good chance to like try out a lot of stuff. I just do assorted GameCube and assorted N64 games or whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll think about that a little bit. If anybody's interested, then definitely willing to. It seems like it'll be a fun time to mess around and try that stuff. Chat's been a little quiet tonight, not really bad, just feels like last few streams have been more talking. It's not bad. I enjoyed hanging out and like chatting regardless. It is a little bit of a shame when there's nobody to talk to, but It's not a big deal. I don't mind people just lurking, having more fun time when I'm talking to people. Wonder how things would go over if I was to start playing a Pikmin playthrough right about now. I don't want to really do it yet. I feel like I still want to get more popular first, but I've been needing to play those at some time. I love Pikmin as a series, so eventually I want to stream the games. I just want to be at a point where I feel comfortable with where I'm at before I play them. I want to be able to reach more people with these games than all the other stuff I played after having such a deep and loving connection with the series. I think everybody has like at least one game franchise they hold in high regards, and for me that's Pikmin. I don't know what it is about it, but I do absolutely love this series, and it's definitely made a lot of really good memories for me, both as a kid and an adult, so I feel like it deserves respect. Oh man. I haven't even got to 60 yet. I guess it's still going to be a little slow. We may actually end up hatching these guys too fast. I'm not sure what to do here. Do I keep going, or do I do this shorter than usual? I feel a little bit like I'm not going to be getting anywhere, and I don't really want a repeat of, like, sitting here just waiting for more eggs to fill. It's a predicament. Should have thought about this a little bit, I guess. Yeah, shoot. We might stop at 2 hours, I don't know. It's not like I feel like this is a bad time, it's just that I want to make sure that I happen to not waste like hours on end gathering eggs and then taking God knows how long to hatch them all, so I think in the next 30 minutes I might actually just go ahead and stop because of the fact that I didn't have eggs ready the way I wanted them. Also, there's the matter that I wanted to like stream, but I'm earlier and like my allergies have been messing with me right now, so I didn't feel perfect. I'm feeling better now, but I feel like I'd probably be better just like doing extra prep for tomorrow and starting and doing more then. This is like my biggest problem with these hunts. Like, it's fun to shiny hunt, but if I'm being honest, it's not really interesting. You're doing the same shit when you're doing eggs, especially. I mean, it's not that different doing encounters, but it's literally just keep going for a little while, hatch an egg, keep going, and hatch more eggs. Like, the gameplay for egg hatching is incredibly uninteresting, in my opinion. It's up to the commentary to keep things going, and I enjoy talking to you guys, but yeah, it's not thrilling for me. I don't know how people handle doing this without fucking losing their minds from just, like, sitting here and, like, continually waiting. I feel like I need something more engaging. Which is where my biggest problem with the shiny hunt streams is. Like, I love hatching the shinies and collecting them, but God, is it not always fun to go through the process of doing it. Anybody, this is like a weird topic to bring up, and maybe nobody's even listening, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway. But anybody know of like any really good like clones of Pokemon? Like, I'm just curious because I've been meaning to like look around some of those and maybe do a stream of something like that, considering it like I know about Tim, but I was like considering like doing a stream checking out like one or two like series that are either inspired by or like maybe even one of the stupid like bootleg rip-offs of Pokemon just to see how things went. See exactly what kind of stupid crazy bullshit they put in them. Maybe even mess around and do something similar to a shiny hunt like in those games. The one I played even had shinies, assumedly. I know Tim does, but that game's kind of costly, and I even though I don't think it looks bad, I don't think I'd be able to justify the price of paying for it just for a one-off stream, honestly. So, thing to remain something that I won't buy unless it has a price reduction. Right, give me a second. It's always easy for me to remember to switch the music. I'm just not the most coordinated with this stuff. Of course, if I can bump into something at random, whatever. This'll work. Yeah, I'm not feeling like I'm super pet for a long stream tonight, unfortunately, guys. I'm just like looking at my clock and like looking at my my egg count I've got here. It's not very high. I think we're just gonna like hatch what we get. We'll do like another 2 boxes maybe, and once it hits 2 hours, I'll just be ready to stop. I think I'm not really sure I'm gonna do this tonight because I would rather be well prepared. It's nothing, and that's really bad about the stream. It's not like it's a big deal, but I definitely can't see this going very great while I'm still receiving a ton of eggs. Part of the point of me like doing this is usually I have my eggs ready and we're just gonna be sitting here and hatching them all, so I don't have to like think about it too much. While things are going today and how they're going, like we're obviously not ready, so still have a lot that needs to be prepared for doing the shiny hunt. So yeah, I feel like tomorrow we'll do it the way we normally do. The 6 IV was the biggest priority, like at first, so now that that's done, it's changed a little bit. Watch my luck turn into me like getting ready to stop and a fucking shiny pops. I mean, it's extremely unlikely, but it would be funny to see a Squirtle show up right when I'm nearly done. We really don't have anything else to do in the game with the hunt right now. We were going for competitive Squirtle. Our thing is set up now, unless I'm mistaken. I actually didn't check my Squirtles that I've been looking at. Shit, I didn't check the parent. We may have made one slight mistake, actually. I should have thought about that. We don't know for sure the Squirtle has hidden ability unless I checked that. I don't think I looked at it. I may have had more of a problem than I realized. Shit. I need to look at the parent again. For these guys, stop, that is. Come on, I just want to get over and, like, check my breeding Squirtle now. Or I can check my offspring here and, like, see how they look, and probably still check it anyway to be safe. I'm always really bad about, like, checking things. I always, like, forget stuff in real life really commonly. I don't know what it is, I just have a problem with that. Not a shock I'd do something this stupid and forget about something important in game. Are we nearly done with the ones in my party? I'm not really upset, just want to get done with that so I can, like, look. I seem to have Rain Dish on them, so it might be fine. Just gonna put our original back in the box by putting it in 26 for right now. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. We may have been wasting our time, but I'm pretty sure we didn't. I just want to make absolutely certain. Oh no, good. Okay, I wasn't certain because I didn't check it. That would have been actually dumb of me to get a 6 IV Squirtle and then not have hidden ability and forget to, like, check while I'm breeding it, because that's actually kind of important. There we go. Ugh. Something odd just occurred to me as like a conversation topic, nothing bad, just like a thing I thought of. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if this will lead anywhere. Hey, Patrick. Blatt. Yeah, I know about that being a Russian. But yeah, where was I? Oh yeah. So this isn't gonna lead anywhere, I don't think. But anybody know like any good MMO games? I might actually check one out. I don't know. Probably not. I haven't played an MMO in a long time. I'm curious what's popular right now. I know there's like WoW Classic and just World of Warcraft in general, also like Final Fantasy 14, but I don't know like all the big ones that are ongoing at the moment. I don't know like any of them. I remember I talked about it when I used to play called like City of Heroes, but I couldn't get into it. I didn't like it a whole lot. I talked about Realm of the Mad God or whatever the fuck that was called. That game was pretty good too. I know there's like one I really wanted to check out that hasn't ever came stateside, and that was, let's see, that was I believe Dragon Quest X. Ended up being Japan only. I would have loved to have looked at it. It looked really fun, and I was meaning to get into Dragon Quest for a long time, but none of the games I've really had interest were like things I was like ready to pick up at the time, or they just weren't available, like Dragon Quest X, like I said. A little bit of a shame too, because apparently 10's the only Dragon Quest like in the main line that hasn't been released in like English or probably any other language besides Japanese even. Sounds like a pretty good game though. Last I heard there was like a chance of them like releasing Dragon Quest X like an offline version that was localized. Play WoW sometimes, that's cool. I don't know. Yeah, there was another one I remember now. I actually forgot about it. I heard about Maple Story 2 being a thing like a year or two ago. I don't know if that's still really popular or not, but I mean, that was something. I don't know if it's still going or not. You know, something just occurred to me. It's not really a big realization, if it even counts, but does Minecraft technically count as an MMO? I mean, I don't think it does, since it's not like hundreds of people, but you can get quite a lot of people on a Minecraft server, and the multiplayer is like really thriving. I don't think it would qualify, but it feels like it has quite a few MMO-like features. I wasn't going to, but I think I'm going to stream some of it like in the near future. I've been meaning to do a little bit of it anyway. I wanted to play a little bit of Minecraft. It's kind of fun sometimes. I wanted to beat the main campaign first, but I'm getting a little sick of trying, and I'd rather just like do some mods now finally. I haven't really played any Minecraft mods. I was trying to beat the actual main game, but I mean, at this point, just fuck it. Let's do a session where we do like mods in the near future. PC version, I already had the PC version. It's pretty good, so I mean, I think we should check it out. I'm sure most people who watch the stream have Minecraft too, so you guys would be welcome to join, because my intent is to do multiplayer Minecraft and not single player. That's a little loud. Let me lower that a little bit. Turn it down my Chrome volume too. There, that's good. How would you guys feel about that? I'm like I said, I'm gonna probably look into it and open up like to doing some Minecraft mods in the near future. I feel like it'd be a lot of fun, honestly. I know I've like played like a ton of Pokemon on stream, but I'm actually like considering checking out the Pixelmon mod. It looks pretty fun. I don't know how I feel about how everything is all together and how like the shiny rate can be tweaked. It seems like it'd be less exciting than real Pokemon, but I mean, if I played it, I wouldn't really be playing for shinies in a Minecraft mod, I'm gonna be honest. One of my favorite experiences like playing games is like just playing modded stuff and like checking out all the cool content. That's why I really always am happy when developers like release tools for custom levels or like making like new content. Like, you can see some really good shit out of the community, and frankly, like that's one of the best ways to keep a game living is to just keep supplying with more and more new content, whether it be directly from the community or if it's from the developers themselves. But I want to see more games that are like openly embracing community support in the future. Hopefully, a lot of games have gotten better about that, but still. There's a few I could play already that would be a good fit for that. I know that TF2 has a lot of mods, and so does Gary's mod. I mentioned Minecraft already. Let me see, there was another big one that I couldn't remember. Roblox is modded, but I don't know if I want to get into Roblox at any point. I don't know, we'll see. I have a lot of interest in playing more multiplayer stuff, and I think that'd be a good way to approach like some newer multiplayer games would be do modding and like check out all the cool looking mods. I've done like Half-Life mod streams, but usually it's not really a big deal. Like not a lot of people tune into those streams. It's still fun, but I guess it's a little more limited. Like multiplayer gives you opportunities to do more stuff with people. I've always had like a really, really big respect for modders and gaming communities because it's like an extreme amount of hard work to pull off. And a lot of big name games out there come from like being a mod originally. Like I said, Team Fortress earlier, that was originally a mod. Same with Half-Life. Counter-Strike is as well. Let's see. I'm trying to think, did Minecraft start as a mod? I'm not actually sure if it did. It's not really anything that matters. DayZ got big from being a mod. It's dead now, but that was like a big mod. So yeah, the point being like there's a lot of really good mod stuff to check out. I'd love to like sit down and just play some of those. There's enough stuff that I want to do on stream in the future. I think next week, and alongside my like main stuff, I might like take a bit of a look into like what we can do for like some other games, not any single player stuff, because right now I am not in the mood to take another commitment to a third game while I've still got 2 games on my hands that are complete 8 platefuls as it is. Like that Somnium game is going to be probably a pretty lengthy session to like finish the whole game, and like I'll probably need like 8 or 9 more streams to get to the end of it. And there's also the matter, I've still got like 2 to 3 streams at minimum of left to like Dragon Quest probably. I'm not certain if it's exactly that much, but I intend to take my time with Dragon Quest. I want to complete every boss fight and also completely just like do everything that I feel like is meaningful enough to in Act 3. So there's still quite a lot left. I was looking at like a little bit of stuff on Dragon Quest, and I don't know if you're still here, Zachary. I'm just like have a quick question if you are, but like people mentioned you can take on like the Drustin trials like more than 3 times and get like basically all the rewards. Does the dungeon, the boss, change when you like redo the trials? I think I've read about there being like new boss fights when you repeat trials. So once I finish on the last trial in the game, I want to like check out the other 2 if I actually bother. That is, what are they called? The Luminary trials or whatever. That you have to deal with like when you're doing the story, or you can really skip them, I guess. But like in Dragon Quest XI, doing the Luminaries trials that Dresden gives you in that labyrinth area. Stupid loading screen. Talking about the buffering? I don't know what's going on. There's buffering. I'm sorry if there is. Let me check my OBS for a second. We have dropped frames, so there might be some slight problems, but I mean, hopefully it's not too bad. Let's see. Play this, and then we're gonna see how far are we in on the stream. Give me a second. Minute 45. Yeah, okay. So I guess I'll put the main music back on, since I said I was going to do like until 2 hours, because I wanted like be prepared tomorrow for the next session. That sucks. Sorry if the stream is like buffering a lot. I don't really know what to tell you besides maybe lower your quality and close extra stuff you've got opened. It's not really a lot I can do about it, unfortunately. Also, yeah, I know about them being skippable. I actually want to do the trials anyway in Dragon Quest. It's a good way to like have a little more things to do in the game and like actually get more experience while I'm at it. So I've been doing those every time I play. Or not every time, but I've been doing a lot of them. I've got a lot left though. I guess once I get the shop open Cobblestone, I can like get a lot further in the game, because apparently the Act 3 cobblestone shop has like the best materials and like the best this type of armor you can get in the game, so we're about to get into a really good part. Also, something I've noticed in Dragon Quest, it might just be me, but like, at least in like Dragon Quest 11 in the third act, like, the bosses had like a major jump in difficulty in Act 3. They're not really all that bad in like the other parts of the game. Like Act 2 and Act 1 had relatively simple boss fights, while like only like near end game things get complicated by a little bit. Act 3 is like the polar opposite though. That's like really difficult, and all the boss fights have been getting increasingly more challenging. It's not bad though. I like playing them and like enjoying what's in the game. It's just really, really fun. Okay, let's put the music back on. I would do some other stuff. Like I said, I'm gonna stop this in the next 15. Wish this could have gone a little bit smoother in terms of how many eggs we could have gotten, how many hatches we could have got, but I mean, like I said, I was underprepared for this session, so that's okay. I'm not really upset about it. I'm going to have to take a little bit of time away from the stream in a little bit, because in April, which is it's still a little ways off, but I've got a department inspection I need to do, or I need to be ready for. The only problem is that my vacuum cleaner broke down on me, and I kind of stopped cleaning as much, so apartment's got a little bit messy. I need to like get another vacuum, and I might need like a week to like sit down and like clean everything so that I'm ready for that. I feel like I've taken a lot of time away from streaming lately, and it's not even intentional. It's just like circumstance more than anything. Just like not having the best moment to like get up and stream when I need to and want to every time. I've been enjoying starting kind of early though. Fortunately, that's not been happening as of lately. Oh man. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it's not as bad as I realized. I did put a lot of strain on myself playing this though lately. Most of these hunts end up taking hours on end before they stop. I'm eternally grateful that last shiny hunt relatively well. I'm gonna be a little bit happier now when this is done, honestly. I think it's not like it's a big deal, but like I will be openly honest, I've wasted a lot of time like each night going through this, getting prepped for the next day. Probably caused me to stay up later than I should, and I need to stop that, and I'll probably get better control over that once I get my Squirtle hunt done. I don't need to stay up and like prepare eggs. I just feel like I don't want to waste time that I could be using to get ready for streams. Oops, no, we're not going to that. Let's see if we can squeeze in up to 60 hatches for today's done. We've done like 90 or more, actually. I take that back. We're going to be at 120 probably. Not too bad. Could have gone better. It's been okay though. Ugh. I know it's a little late for this, but I'm gonna like really quickly just like pause my game and grab a drink of water. I'm feeling a little bit hot. I mean, apartment's been messy. I should have worked with the AC. Take a short AFK. I'm not gonna put the BRB up though, because it won't take too long. Be right back in just a second or two. Need something to cool me down a little bit. Ugh. Get out of the room. No. No. Leave. Cat, this isn't the time to be fussy. No. Stay out, buddy. Quit. Bad kitty. Sorry about that. Cat started fighting me to get in my room and was being a little moody, wanting to get him, and I grabbed him to take him back out of the room. He was fighting me, so had to deal with that. Sorry, that was not intended. I genuinely try to be really nice to my cat and really friendly to him, but my room is, like, off limits for a good reason. I don't need things being torn apart by my cat. Oh, great. He's gonna just come up to the door and start meowing right now. I love this cat, but, like, my god, I really wish he wouldn't continually start whining at my door to get inside. It's a little bit sad to hear this, even though I'd give him plenty of love. It's just like, God, can I have an hour or two to myself every day and not be, like, bothered to come out and play with you? Hopefully it'll die down a little bit when he gets older. I've heard cats are really energetic when they're young. Definitely seems like he's got that problem. Likes to bite a lot, too. I think it's his kitten behavior. I've got to say, as somebody who's, like, raised a dog most of their life and, like, had dogs most of their pets, raising a cat for the first time is a very different experience. It's not nearly as easy. You have to watch after them and, like, make sure they don't make too much of a mess. You also have to, like, keep things where they can't get everywhere and, like, ruin stuff by their jumping, and they also get really moody and cause problems like this. It says, gotta get my words straight, but yeah, it sounds weird. My cat has a problem. He plays this poop, for God's sake. He's a strange cat. I give him toys. I'm gonna have to get him some more, but, like, there's been multiple times I've seen him take his shit out of his litter box and start messing with it, and it's kind of gross, honestly, and I haven't been able to figure out a way to make him quit doing it. I guess I'm just gonna have to buy him more cat toys. Hopefully he'll stop. I don't want to have a cat that plays with his poop, honestly. It's okay while he's a kitten, because I hope he'll grow out of it, and I just have to keep stopping it every time it happens, but God, why does it have to be so complicated to work with them sometimes? I love my cat, but, like, there's points where he wants affection, I'll give it to him, and then other times he'll start begging me to come see him, and once I come out and, like, interact with him, he starts getting really moody for whatever reason. I don't get that a whole lot. It's really bizarre to me. I don't know why, but, like, maybe it's because I'm used to dogs, but why is the cat calling me for attention if he was gonna get mad at me for trying to give him attention? I don't know. Just thought I'd talk about that a little bit, and cat happened to be a relevant topic after me having to take him out of the room, so felt like a good a time as any to actually bring that up. Animals or something else. I love animals, but I mean, still... Oops, actually, Asmane did put those in my party. I'm so fucking tired already because I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted. Ugh. Let's do... I said I was going to put the music back on. Let's do, like, 5 to 10 minutes of, like, Pokemon songs since we're near the end and we're about to fill up our boxes full of Pokemon. I don't think that's a bad idea. Good way to close things out. I doubt we're going to receive a shiny tonight, but I mean, we can at least play the music. Alright, give me just a second. You guys can, like I said, you guys can request music, although right now I'm probably just going to play, like I said, Pokemon music. You guys can pick one of those, though, if you want to. I think it's probably a little too late to do other requests since I've already had stuff I want to play. I normally am really lenient about this, just the fact that I know we won't have a lot of time left. Oops, hold on a second. Trying to make sure I did everything correctly before we get anything going. Yeah, okay. I'll start with one of my favorites. God, it's crazy how popular Pokemon was back in Gen 1. I, like, checked the sales figures, and there was, like, 60 million copies sold or something. They've done, like, a pretty good job of keeping it big and relevant. I think it was even bigger back when it was in first gen, and... Oh my god. I'm starting to wonder, like, if they had, like, the same person sing these, or, like, I'm starting to wonder, like, who was, like, in charge of, like, making all these songs, but... one thing's for sure, they did a pretty good job with the first gen stuff and like advertising the anime and the games. I think Pokemon's at its peak back in the Game Boy days. A lot of good memories. Also, just for the record, I'm going to be taking a day off tomorrow. I haven't said this already, but I don't feel like I'm really up to stream tomorrow. I want to actually, like, relax and just enjoy myself doing whatever. I don't really feel like I'm in the mood to do another shiny hunt immediately tomorrow, so... What is today again? Thursday, I think? Let me see. Yeah, we're on Thursday. So... I'm gonna make sure my eggs are ready. I don't have to stress out and lose any sleep over getting any extra Squirtle eggs ready. Blech, words. So yeah, I'm gonna take the time to actually sit down and make certain that tomorrow we got our eggs ready, and Saturday I'll come back prepared. On Sunday we'll try again if we don't get it either. I'm prepared to make this a pretty dedicated shiny hunt. Hopefully things will go well. Been pretty alright though. I won't lie though, I am a little bit in the mood to play other games, but I still want to get the Squirtle at the very minimum. How many more do I have left? Not bad. Of course the eggs get stacked where it's a pain in the ass to move them. There we go. I don't know if anybody else has been having problems. Somebody reported there was like an issue with like there being... Oh, I actually need to put these back. My bad, I wasn't even thinking straight. But yeah, there being like issues like buffering earlier. But like I hope there's not problems for everyone. If there are, I deeply apologize. I've been trying to make things work out. It's not exactly easy to guarantee that there won't be problems at the stream though. Been having a weird issue with my internet that I had mentioned on another stream, actually. There's like some problem with my computer reported that there's like a DNS problem with the router, so I need to like get somebody from my ISP to come look at the stuff and see what's going wrong. See why I'm like getting disconnected at certain points with no warning. Alright, one more song. That's the last one, I think. I think this one will be good. Any second, please, YouTube. There we go, this one's good. I wonder if there's any of these about like the second gen that I forgot about. I think they still had the Pokemon jukebox going around on that time, so I mean, it's worth a look. It's music, I just noticed how silly it sounds. Not bad, but the way the lyrics are to an extent. He says it. I'm just gonna let this play right now. I feel like it's fine to just like give myself a little bit of a rest. Sorry if I'm not like super active and like super talkative at the moment. I'm just like wanting to take a rest from my voice. I'm a little bit tired, like I said. Well, if we got our shiny, it's within these next 10. Let's pray maybe there's a chance. Also, now that I think about it, this is actually a huge... Pokemon Home comes with like one big helpful feature to it. It's not really a big deal, but like... I can literally just pop open Home and like... check all the Squirtle I've got for shininess, and if none of them fit the criteria, then I just release them all and try again. The other way you could do this was like not saving and then just like doing the home menu to delete them that way, but I mean, considering that I Probably, I can't. It's not easy to tell out of the Pokédex. I have to like watch for the shell and see if the shell's green, and I can't look at the Pokédex with Squirtle right now since the expand the Dex isn't out. I feel like that's the best way to verify everything. I never thought about that being a useful feature, but it is. Be nice though, getting to do that. Okay, yeah, we're pretty much done after these next few. Just getting our last eggs. It was a fun stream. It wasn't exactly the most entertaining, but I mean, whatever. I wasn't ready to do this properly, and I should have been. Thanks for stopping by to watch it anyway, though, guys. I had fun talking. What's the date again? The 20th? I need to start Mega Man X3 soon and try to wrap that up within 2 to 3 days. I'm behind on my stream schedule, only by a little bit, but still. I still want to play Mega Man Zero, and I'm not going to be able to play it launch day, unfortunately, because I'm pretty sure that I'm not really... I don't feel like I got enough money, as I'm trying to say, for it right now, unfortunately. A little bit strapped for cash, so I have to wait before we get the Zero collection. Probably try to stream those one of those games during March, though. I love Mega Man. I want to at least check out Mega Man X, or Mega Man 01, maybe 02, before I take my little break from it. God damn, I am always like not thinking about what I'm doing here. I'm being dumb again. Give me a second. We just gotta get 3 eggs. I guess we can play another song. Won't really hurt. Oops, did I? Okay, make sure I have the right song.
What did you think?
Here goes. Last 5 eggs.
You're up in 40 minutes. When we open again. Wake up happy. Shop Fridge Solutions at Bed Bath & Beyond.
I recognize this music, at least to an extent. Sounds like the Who's That Pokemon music almost to the start. God damn, I'm just looking at the sidebar and like there's like a ton of Pokemon music from the anime that I didn't even remember. What a day it's been, what a day. Hopefully tomorrow when I'm streaming I won't be this exhausted feeling. Always wanted to capture all of them as a kid, never could, and now after this there's no chance to, now that they've done the Dex cuts, but still. Won't lie, I had a lot of good memories going out and trying to capture every Pokemon. I think I'm going to be through with playing the games after this generation, though, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. If they bring the National Dex back, I'll consider. It still seems like it'd be pretty hard to collect everything, though. That's gonna be like the hardest thing to do in Pokemon, even more so than getting shinies. Like, I mean, it's sure a shiny living dex is harder, but like getting every single shiny out there has got to be like stupid difficult to pull off. Can't imagine that being easy in the slightest. Yeah, we're gonna stop when this batch of 5 is through. Just gonna look at these guys. I check their stuff. I'm pretty sure none of them are shiny, but I'm just gonna look. Oh shit, is there a string problem? If there is, my bad. I don't know what's causing it. I'm dropping frames. God damn, is my internet fucking dying on me? Sorry if there's problems. My ISP doesn't seem to hold the connection for shit for some reason. Surely just playing music isn't enough to cause this kind of problem.
Now you've reached the plateau, but not yet.
Let me see.
Are you ready to meet and defeat the elite?
I need to look at one thing. I'm gonna close some tabs I had open that I forgot about, but I don't know if that's gonna help any.
And remember, gotta catch.
I guess I'll close Discord for right now. I don't like closing it, but I mean I can do this for right now. Look at my processes for just a second. I had something open that I didn't want to that may have been contributing to the problem. It may not help enough to fix it, but I mean, I've done as much as I can to get the thing under control. I think I had like uTorrent or something open on my computer and didn't even realize it, so I had to like close it. Seems like the connection improved once I closed it though. Not really a big deal, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it's because we're nearly done with the stream. I like the stream to be not having problems and be easily watchable, but I'll be done in just a moment, so there's not really any point in fretting over it. On 2 hatches, let's end this. Sorry, I'm just like drained at the moment, like I said. I think my biggest problem with like hunting some of these Pokemon now, even though I like doing it, is that the shini's not easy to tell about. Like, you have no quick referral point, whereas everything in the decks, you can just look in there and like, if it's there, then there's going to be a brand new Pokédex entry for the shiny. It won't come with new text, but it'll still have a shiny form showing in the Pokédex. Whereas Squirtle, like I'm doing right now, and Galarian Slowpoke even, they didn't have a dex entry, so I can't just look at them. Yeah, there we go. No point in leaving it off now. We're at the last hatch of the stream. Well, this is the moment. If we get shiny out of this, that'd be crazy, but I'm not anticipating anything like that. Nothing. Okay, that's fine. That was pretty much the last Squirtle I wanted to go through. I'll grab another egg, but I'm not going to hatch anymore. On Saturday, we'll be doing this again, though. We'll try and hopefully get better luck. Well, things weren't perfect. They went alright. Thanks for hanging out, though, guys. It was really quite fun. Let's go on Pokemon Home and take care of this. It's our last thing we need to do for the day. Hope you guys at least enjoyed the stream. I had a pretty alright time with it. Would have felt better if I wasn't feeling so beaten by allergies earlier, though. Alright, here we go. Namely, just doing this for the sake of releasing Pokemon. Alright, let's see the stuff here. I don't think any of these guys are shiny. But I need to actually check something, though. Actually, we're at the bottom, back out of this for a second, so I need to take a little peek at something on my Let's Go boxes to help me here. Got a shiny Squirtle in here so I can see the sprite and compare it. That way, if there was somehow like a way I missed it, I could at least like infer whether or not I'm missing anything. I guess I should try list view. Let's do by species, or yeah, this works. We can do this, I think, or wait, where's the one for Pokédex? Sorting by the national dex? Or whatever. Oh, that works. Okay. Let's see here. That's odd. I know I've got shinies in both of those. Hold, give me a second or two. Something's a little off with the organization at the moment. There we go, that's better. Okay, right. Squirtle. Is this it? Let me see. You can tell it, okay, I can tell it's shiny. The color's slightly lighter than the other, so if I was to miss my Squirtle I get from an egg, I can refer to this and, like, make sure the sprite matches up what it's supposed to. That's a really handy feature, having, like, shiny sprites. Too bad they're not in the main games. None of mine looked like they were light, though, so there's no way there's a shiny in these boxes. Alright, let's end this. Sorry, Squirtles, we have a goal right now. Can't really hold on to rejects. Almost feels a little cruel. I doubt they'll survive being chunked into the wild like this, but we need this shiny, damn it. Goodbye, Squirtles. I'm sorry. Hopefully somebody will find you in the wild. Probably not, though, considering there's no actual lore based on what happens to these Pokemon. Only one we know as the Ash Charmander. Alright, there we go. We're at our stopping point. Well, things could have gone a little better, but we got a 6 IV Squirtle for breeding now. It didn't turn out to be too bad. Anyway, it was fun. Could have been a better session, like I said. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm through tonight. I am, like, really tired and just want to rest some more. Hopefully by the time I'm back on Saturday, I'll feel really well rested and be ready for another session. Anyway, like I said, thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great day and night. Bye, everyone.